Exporting is an exciting way to grow your business. It's a big world out there, but the exporting process can be off-putting with so many regulations. You need an expert guide, which is why I'm delighted we're delivering to you a regular deeper dive series of videos with the customs people. Today, David Miller talks about the importance of AEO, Authorised Economic Operator status. So take it away, David.
Hello everyone, my name's David Miller from the Customs People, and I'm going to spend a few minutes talking about Authorised Economic Operator status, otherwise known as AEO. So what is AEO? Well, AEO is the UK's Trusted Trader accreditation for businesses that trade internationally, so that's imports and exports. And what it basically is something that, if applied for and obtained by a UK business, shows that the business operates to a very high standard. It's an ISO equivalent for international businesses. There are two different types of AEO. Firstly, there is AEOC, and that deals with customs matters. That is concerned with how a business imports, how a business exports, and what processes there are surrounding that. It basically shows that a business operates to a high standard, but actually, in reality, I liken it to Compliance Plus. It's what a business should be doing anyway to be compliant, but with a few additional whistles and bells, such as additional management checks that might not otherwise be done. AEOS relates to security, and that's the second type of accreditation, and that's all about physical custody of goods and making sure that the supply chain is secure. It means that it's there to combat terrorism, fraud, smuggling and counterfeiting, amongst other things. So why should somebody actually consider applying for AEO? Well, there are a number of reasons. The first one is many businesses in the UK are looking at anything that may assist in the Brexit position post the transition period. In other words, trying to make sure that they are future-proofed. There are really a number of key benefits for AEOC, so customs. As I've mentioned earlier, it's basically Compliance Plus. So there's a benefit there of if a business actually meets its compliance obligations, it really shouldn't be too much of a stretch to achieve AEO status. And actually, AEO underpins the customs legislation, a thing called the Union Customs Code, currently, which will be brought into effect in the UK, into the UK Zone Code post-Brexit. In terms of what it means that a business is best in class, and as I say, it helps businesses achieve Brexit savings and Brexit efficiencies. In addition, having done around 50 AEO projects in the last 5 years, many businesses say to me, David, actually, it does help business efficiencies because it considers how business operates and it helps them achieve other effective business processes and really make sure that the business runs as efficiently as possible. In terms of types of actor within the AEO accreditation scheme, there are three. There are exporters, and the benefits for exporters are the movement of goods are speeded up. So, for example, if a business has AEO accreditation, it seems to have a secure supply chain for export purposes. That's particularly important when dealing with other countries in the world where the UK has mutual recognition agreements already, countries like the USA, Japan, China and other trading nations. And the reason that's important is that it means that if a customer is buying from a UK exporter, it helps retain and obtain new business because they are seen as a best in class and with a very good operations to a high standard. So it does help in promoting trade. For importers, the message is slightly different, although the effective movement of goods is also one of the benefits of AEO. It means that if goods are held up at the port, if you have AEO, you actually jump the queue, so that means that goods aren't delayed unnecessarily. It also assists businesses get simplification, so if you've got AEOC accreditation, for example, it helps if you want to apply for a bonded warehouse or other duty suspension reliefs. It means you're already operating to the required standard. And also, a lot of these schemes require guarantees to be held, and having AEO status means that normally the need to actually lodge a guarantee is waived. And finally, for logistics and companies such as warehousing, freight forwarders, transport companies, AEO is actually quite important because a lot of clients going forward will expect such partners to have the AEO status and actually operate to that a higher standard. And it actually is a business measure, retaining existing customers and obtaining new customers. It's quite an important measure. Finally, what help is available? Well, as I mentioned earlier, the customs people have been involved in over 50 AEO projects in the last 5 years. So we're well versed in being able to either advise people and help them make an informed decision as to whether AEO is for them, through to hand-holding right from making that decision to final accreditation with HMRC, where we can actually lead the whole process. Thank you for listening. My name's David Miller, and our website is www.thecustomspeople.co.uk.
Thanks, David, for that, and we look forward to further deeper dives from you.